Hi, I'm Liam, here to tell you a bit about how our new Microchip Curiosity Nano boards will now fully support the ARM CMSIS standard and CMSIS drivers. In this video, I'll walk you through getting started with the first one of these new devices, the PIC32CM PL10, in Keil Studio Extensions in VS Code. Now, if you're using MPLAB Tools for VS Code, don't worry, you can still use these Curiosity boards just like any other. Here today, I'm just showing off these as the first new tools to support CMSIS driver compatibility, with more to come. So you'll have some flexibility no matter what your preferred setup is. All right, let's get started. I have my PL10 Nano board here, but first, of course, we'll start by setting up our environment. Make sure you have VS Code installed. If not, you can download it from the official website. I've already created a new profile here, so I don't have any other extensions installed. Doing this is pretty simple. You can just go ahead and click here and then click Create New Profile. I won't go over that right now, but it is nice and simple feature of VS Code to keep separated your different setups. Then once VS Code is ready, open the Extensions panel by clicking the square icon on the sidebar, and then search for and install the ARM Keil Studio Extension Pack. This brings in all the necessary tools for ARM development here in VS Code. I'll go ahead and start to install that. And now there is one other additional step I'd like to call out here, and that's the setup and installing the CMSIS-Toolbox and packs. You can see the details and links here for the CMSIS-Toolbox from ARM's official docs page. And then for the packs, the details for those are here in our release notes in this section here. I'll make sure the links are in the description as well. It's optional if you want to manage the packs from the command line or have them installed before you create a new solution. But also, the first time you create a new CSolution with one of these devices selected, the VS Code extension will install the DFP and GSP packs for you when it creates the first project. So up to you. For me, I've got everything here installed and set up. You can see I can run the cpack get list, and those packs are showing up right here. Okay, with the extensions installed, there will be a new view on the left for CMSIS. From here, if you don't have a folder open with a CSolution, you can create one just by clicking on Create Solution, or using the command palette, you can use the CMSIS Create Solution task. Next, you'll see a window come up where you'll be prompted to select your target device or board. We'll search for PIC32CM, and it should show up. You can also search in the device dropdown, but this is the one here in the list. And then with the packs already set up, the Keil Studio will offer you a set of example projects and templates. So this is one of those nice to haves you get since we made sure the general software pack was installed prior to this step. For the demo right now, I'll choose the blinky LED template. It's just a good way to verify that everything's working. With our environment set up and the template loaded, let's take a closer look at the project. If you want to customize the application, you can easily add or modify software components using this little diamond next to components. Say you want to add a USART, you can use these CMSIS drivers here, or we go down more, you can see the MPLAB PLIBS as well, and you can select CIRCOM and then select one of these checkboxes, and then just click Save in the top left. One of the great features of this environment is also the integrated documentation. If you want to see more detailed documentation within this components view, you can link to the CMSIS drivers API details, or under the MPLAB PLIBS 2. Under the device section on the left, also you can click a few pieces of documentation for this device or board as well. And of course, as you hover over functions or components, these Doxygen-powered tooltips appear, showing you some API details and usage examples. And I think actually inside some of these header files too, you should be able to see some of the simple examples as well. If you prefer to use a different compiler, such as GCC or IAR, you can switch compilers within this YAML file you can see here. So you just need to scroll down. You'll see the different compilers that can be selected are listed here. And then if you scroll further down under these projects, you can see our C project and the current compiler. So you just need to change this value here. Now, when you are ready and it's time to build and run the application, under that same CMSIS view, you can click the Build button in the Keil Studio toolbar. And then to flash the code, you click the Run button. The IDE will program the target board, and you should see the LED start blinking. If you want to debug your application, you can set a few breakpoints in your code and then click on this debug icon to launch a debug session. A side note, if you're using a PIC Debug Probe, you may want to go into these Manage Solutions UI and choose the debug adapter from this drop-down menu. I see they have PIC and CMSIS-DAP at PIOCD options. If it's a PIC 4, 5, or Basic, we also recommend installing the CMSIS-DAP Switcher utility, which allows you to switch between our PIC-based firmware and a CMSIS-DAP-based firmware seamlessly with just a couple of lines of command line. So you can even use your PIC with these CMSIS solutions as well. Also, you can use our MPLAB AI coding assistant alongside these plugins as well. Just ask the agent to use the existing PLIBS and CMSIS drivers you have in the project, and it will help you to develop the right application code. To wrap up, we've seen how easy it is to get started with this PL10 device and our Curiosity boards in Keil Studio, thanks in no small part to the CMSIS-Toolbox and our partner extensions. Integrating microchip devices into the ARM ecosystem means you can use familiar tools and workflows, whether you prefer Keil Studio, MPLAB Tools, or another environment. If you want to see me walk through the other driver example, just let us know down below. And don't forget to check out this video where we covered the Pi CMSIS-DAP switcher for more flexible debugging, or our partner ecosystems playlist for more videos on the PL10 device, partner ecosystems, and more. And of course, thanks for watching.